What a game! What a game! What a game! What a game! I just watched South Africa versus such Republic as the game ended in a 1-1 draw. A very favorable result for South Africans. A result that I was not hoping for, but a good result for us because of a loss was not a choice. A loss was something that we cannot survive from. Because of this game was either you make it or you break it. Fortunately for us, we didn't break this one. We managed to get something out of it. Even though I think we deserve a win, but it is debatable. It is debatable. And sometimes I felt the referee was against us. The referee was a weapon formed against us because of the referee was letting the Czech Republic players to do fouls and everything while us were doing silly things. Just like really was trying to run past someone, then accidentally he hit him with his hand. Then the ref just said it's a foul. What kind of stupidity that was. So I think the ref they didn't do us justice. Someone this player I don't remember his name and his number. He was on the side of Modau. He made up to 4 fouls before the ref gave him a yellow card. So I think Raviela was just doing such a Republic favor, but us. Maybe sometimes I was seeing it in the eye of losing because of we were losing the game. I thought things are not working for us. I thought things are going against us. But anyway, we did it. We managed to get the win out of this game. And the other thing is that as South Africa, yeah, I want about tactics that happened on this game. Such Republic, they were not willing to press us from the back. As we saw, we were in a back three. We were trying to start the build-up with a back three of Ikon, Mbogazi and Williams. So such Republic, they were sitting deep trying to make sure that whoever was playing as a six, because we were using a lone pivot, whoever was playing as a six doesn't find space for them or doesn't find even a little bit of a space for the players that are at the back to pass him the ball. So those two players who they were the center forwards, they were making very sure that Mukwena or at times Adams, they were not receiving the ball. As they were not receiving the ball because of such Republic, they were defending, they were pressing us with a 5-3-2. The two up front, they were the one that blocking Mukwena or Adams to receive the ball from Rowan, Mbogazi, and Ime Okon. That made over such Republic players, they were men marking in midfield. For them, while they were men marking, they were making sure that their midfield is marking Adams and Talent Mbatha if Adams is the one up high. Another thing that was frustrating me is that Mbatha was nowhere to be seen. He was not supporting Mukwena or Adams if they need support at the back for them to help with build up. Mbatha was so, it's like he was so scared for a receive a ball while facing the back, even though we know it's not his strength, but sometimes just go there and try to make a run where someone doesn't see you, then honor receive a ball, turn to give us numbers in midfield because of those people. They were men marking, a serious men marking. I never thought South African players they can be men marked like that. Those players they were men marking. They were strong. They had everything above us, but that didn't put us down. As a police, when the game was going on, he tried to go in the middle field to give us a middle field advantage, maybe to have a full middle field in there. And that tried to do some little things. As sometimes I was so skeptical of him going too deep as a number six to try uh, to to get the ball and drive with it. The one thing I was surprised that why didn't you Bruce use Mudiwa as a inverted fullback? We all know Mudiwa is good on the ball. He should have just took Mudiwa and put him inside, try to manage or overload the middle field because of those people who were man marking. If you take Modiva, take him inside, I don't think that their wing back will go as high as to go inside of the middle field to mark Modiva. So that thing will make or a police to have 1v1 against the wing back. And so that's the thing in that game. But the second half was very entertaining because of Mofokeng and police. They were joining the middle field to make those middle field overloads. And those middle field overloads worked for us. Those players, they were so skeptical of pressing Mofokeng and police. They had more time on the ball. They were managing to combine in the middle of the pitch. So that thing worked for us. As it did work for us, I think we played a very good match. Sometimes I thought the players, they were not making those selfless runs. We all know as a player, sometimes you need to sacrifice yourself for the players, for your teammates. Make those selfless runs. Make that run even you know no one gonna pass you the ball. Make those runs for us. Those little movements. Those little movements that matters a lot in a football game. Because of such Republic, one thing they did better than us, it was movement of the ball. They were too good with movement of the ball, and they were passing the ball to each other. That went 2-2, 1-2, 1-2, and that helped them a lot to get out of the middle field, to go up wide, and to do whatever they were trying to do for them about Bazamorokor. So I thought as South Africans, really or better because of these players. They came there and respected us. I never thought such Republic would respect us because of I thought since we lost against Mexico, they will say, oh, these players are the players that I needed. These players are not that good, so let's try to press them and do force errors out of them. Because of, as I'm talking about errors, I remember that we made too many errors. Mudau on his right hand side, he was just losing the ball very easy. I don't know what's wrong with Mudau. What's happening at this World Cup? Are you that scared? But one thing I like about Mudau is that even if he lose the ball, you will never pass him when he in 1v1 defending. That's what I like about Mudau. The other thing is that Makgopa, the introduction of Makgopa helped us a lot. Makgopa fought for those aerial battles. Makgopa, he was fighting like a beast. He's who he think he is. Makgopa, he wasn't bullied around like the way they were bullying Adams, Reyners at the first half. He's the one, I think Makgopa is the one that made or a goal level because of with him, his movements in and out of the box. They made those such Republic defenders to question themselves. The introduction of Mofokeng, wow, Mofokeng, what a jam, my boy. I'm finally in Jajo. And what time I'm finally dangerous, my brother. He didn't do a lot, but those little things that he did, I just wish he scored that goal. Malabeta Shotela, as a my Kela, give a go that goal, I can introduce it to the world. I can introduce it to people and show them who he is as well. So I think right now this is a good result for us, and we should focus on the next game. The next game, which is against South Korea. For now, I just hope South Korea. I don't know. Should South Korea win? Because if they win, yeah. But even if they win, it doesn't matter, Joe. Because of I want South Korea to lose. I want South Korea to lose. Because if they lose, they know that they have everything to fight for. Oof. If they lose, they have everything to fight for against us. Shit. So, what must happen on the next game? Should South Korea win or should South Korea draw? If they draw, they're on 4 points, and us, we're on 1 point. 1 point. So if such Republic, but I don't think such Republic with that play they can beat Mexico. I don't think so. And Mexico at their own backyard. So I think we are secured in this group. We can manage to let South Korea win this game, so Mexico become under pressure to play the second game at home, so that they can beat such Republic for us to beat South Korea, because of they won't be under pressure. And as we know, as team already, if you qualified, they tend to take out their favorite players or the players that perform the most in the team to give others a chance to show themselves. So I think they should do that. South Korea should win. At this point, I favor South Korea. I'm with South Korea. For me, or at the next game, at the final third round, I favor Mexico. And so, another thing that cowarding us, we no longer have, who's this? We don't have Tebomo going on the next game because of the suspension he had. He had 2 yellow cards, and 2 yellow cards equals to a 1-game suspension. So I'm always questioning why did Hugo Bruce take 4 midfielders? Was he in his right mind taking 4 midfielders? Sitoli is out, Mugwen is out right now. We are left with 2 midfielders. What's gonna happen on the next game? As we saw, Mbatha was scared to go deep and receive the ball. This means Adams one, as I'm conduct everything. Now I want to go Bruce Lojodira, Braga, no war cost, my brother. Hrotman or cost, Jumdala, our cost. Marina Flop, Jabar, Taliwana, second round, third round as we play against South Korea. Go Bafana Bafana, go!